Hey there, Coach Devin here. Let's talk derailing your diet. Now listen, lots of people derail their diet in all kinds of different ways, but I have found in my 26 plus years, I am getting old. I'm definitely getting old. In my 26 plus years of being a trainer, there's some pretty specific things that people do to screw up their diets. And it usually isn't, that they eat junk food every day. We have lots of people come to me and they say, Devin, I've got some bad habits, but fixing a bad habit is not about necessarily, having a junk meal every day or just falling off the wagon or whatever. It usually actually comes down to one specific thing that people do wrong. And so let's talk about it and let's fix it, because maybe it's you. If you happen to be having this problem and you're derailing your diet by something that you don't even realize necessarily you're doing, well, we're about to fix that. So let's talk a little bit about calories and how you lose weight in the first place. So how you lose weight. And I know I talk about this a lot, so if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, guys. But what I'm trying to do is educate people and make it, you got to beat it in sometimes so people remember what you're actually talking about and what's important here. So if you want to lose weight, and the majority of people who come to us are either athletes or they want to lose weight. It's usually that, there's not too many people that are like, I'm pretty good with where I am. Not a lot of those people out there have trainers. And that's understandable because they know what the hell they're doing, apparently. They're good. So let's talk about the people who want to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, how the math and the science of weight loss goes with calories is actually very, very simple. Take your body weight in pounds, multiply it by 10. That's roughly the number of calories you will need every single day just to function and be who you are. So for me, about 230 pounds, that means you multiply that by 10, 2,300 calories every day just to function and be Devin. Now, if I burn 300 more calories in a workout, now 2,600 calories. Now that number that you have there, so your body weight in pounds times 10 plus whatever you use in a workout, that's the number you need if you want to stay right at the weight you're at right now, this very minute. So for me, 230 pounds, want to stay there, 2,300 calories. If I burn 300 in a workout, now it's 2,600 calories. That's how many calories I need every single day just to stay where I am. Now, if you want to lose weight, you cut some of those calories out. Just snip, snip, and they're gone, right? That is the trick. But it's not about cutting 1,000 calories. These ridiculous, 1,200 calorie diets are stupid. They don't work. So, they will work to an extent, but you're going to burn a lot of muscle off, and that's not what we're trying to do. No one now is trying to get, I just want to be super skinny and unhealthy. No one's looking for that, right? Nobody wants to be skinny and unhealthy. Everybody wants to be fit. They want to have some muscles. That's good. We want muscles. It's good because that means you're healthy. However, you don't want to go down to a 1,200 calorie diet. Don't ever do that. Unless you're a 1,200 pound, 120 pound person, it's not going to work. Okay? It just doesn't. Period. Don't come back and say, Devin, but it might in case you... It really doesn't. Unless you're about 120 pounds, 125 pounds, it's not going to work for you. Period. End of discussion. So, what you're looking to is not to cut out and be, radically different on your diet. You want to be simple with it. You want to cut out some calories. So, 500 calories. Now, that seems like, oh my God, well, that's not very much. How calories work and how weight loss works is that you cut out a little bit every day because it adds up. That's how this works. It just adds up over time. And that's what we're looking for, to add up over time. If you cut out 500 calories a day, 7 days a week, that's a fair number of calories, right? How many is that? Multiply it out, right? So 500 calories times 5, 2,500 calories. We're actually looking at 3,500 calories a week. If you cut 500 calories out of your diet, that is 1 pound down a week because you have to burn or be at a caloric negative. Now, that sounds like a funky big word, but all it means is you're taking in less than you're burning off, right? Caloric negative, calorie negative, that's all that means. So if you are at 500 calories under what you need every day, then that means from that math equation that I gave you in the beginning, that means you will lose 1 pound a week. Now, people say, well, that's not very much. Well, 1 pound a week over the course of a year is 52 pounds. That's a pile of weight. That's a person right there. That's my smallest stepdaughter. So, actually, it's more than her. Mila is actually probably 40 pounds, and she's 7. She's pretty little. She's a little one, but she's feisty, so it's okay. All right, so that's the simple math, okay? And I know it takes a little time to go through that, but that's the simple math. Now, where do people fall down? All right, I am a huge proponent of having some reasonableness in your life. Obviously, you have to be able to have some drinks if you want them. You have to be able to eat some junk food if you want it, because you know what? You're human. Everybody does it. I do it too. It's not abnormal. No one is perfect. Don't trick yourself or believe the hype. If you see some idiot out there saying, "Oh, I don't eat junk food ever," bullshit. I'm sorry. It just is. They're a liar. It's not a fact. So it's okay to have some cheat meals. I usually tell people have 2 cheat meals every week. Do something you like to eat. Here's where the problem happens. So you need to be at, minus 500 calories, right? What happens when you decide to have a cheat meal and you go off the rails? And I mean off the rails. You eat half a pizza, and then you eat a bunch of chips, and then you have chocolate and blah, 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 all these other things. What derails most people is not during the week. They'll have 5 or 6 days and they're banging it, and it's perfect. It's working great. And then next thing you know, they derail it. And how they derail it, okay, we've had, over the course of say 5 days, we're 2,500 calories in the hole, which means you're 1,000 calories away from losing a pound, right? So you're on the way. This is good. And then they get a cheat meal and they eat 1,500 calories. They go out and have McDonald's and they have 1,500, 1,800 calories in one meal. And then, you know what? You have just destroyed a huge amount of work. If you ate 1,500 calories, you just destroyed 3 days of your hard work. 3 days of being in a caloric negative, 3 days of being 500 calories under. That 1,500 calorie meal has screwed you. It has just screwed you. So what do? How do you fix that problem? Okay, it's actually really easy. Here's the things to remember. Number 1, if you're going to have that cheat meal, your number of calories that you're allowed to eat. So say for me, 2,600, it's still there. It doesn't change, okay? So make appropriate choices on that. If I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to eat a 1,500 calorie meal, well, that is a big chunk of my day. So either I have to eat less food or I have to be more active. It's simple. If you want to have a cheat meal and you go, you know what, I'm going to go on a 2-hour hike today, you know what, you're going to burn off a ton of those calories anyway, and now you're good. You don't have to worry about it. Or you could say, I'm going to ratchet down the rest of my food somewhat so I can fit these other calories in. It's not about being perfect. It's about making smart decisions. How you don't want to derail things, and you never want to do this, is just eat your face off for 2 days on the weekend, and you're down at a caloric negative like 2,500 calories because you've cut 500 calories every day for 5 days, and you hit Saturday and you go wild and you go nuts and you just eat Saturday and Sunday, and you eat 1,500 extra calories above and beyond what you're supposed to have, and guess what? Now you're 500 calories too far. So the 2,500 calories you're in the negative, now you're up 500 calories and you're gaining weight. And most people, that's the fall down. That's the problem for most people. But it's as simple as either A, cutting down on the number of calories you're putting in during that day, which is not always fun, but it's doable, or B, being more active. And I don't mean you have to have a 3-hour workout. That's stupid. Go on a hike with your family. If you're going to have a cheat meal, go on a hike with your family first. Eat normally during the day. Eat healthy during the day. You're going to have a cheat meal for supper. You're going to go out for ice cream. Yeah, everybody knows I like ice cream, right? I'm never going to say no to ice cream. If you're going to do that, do something active. Go for a walk. Go on a hike. You go on a 2-hour hike, you've burnt like 400 or 500 calories. You have the extra food, it's not a big deal. That's how we do this. That's the best way to do it. Don't just destroy your entire hard work of dieting for 5 or 6 days because you go wildly off the rails and eat everything you see. That's not healthy. And it's not normal. That's called binge eating. It's very bad for you. If you're a person that is prone to binge eating, you should look into a number of ways to deal with that. Because binge eating is not good. And we all have done it. Right here, this guy, I will binge eat ice cream if it's in the house. So I don't have it in the house. I promise you, I will binge eat ice cream. I will eat that shit until I feel sick, and then I will eat some more because I like ice cream. It is what it is. But you know what? I choose not to have it in the house. I go out, I have ice cream when I leave the house, and I come back, and there's no ice cream here. That saves me. You know what? If I eat 300 calories in ice cream or 400 calories in ice cream, you know what? I try to be active the rest of the day. I walk around a lot. I do some things with the kids or whatever. That will help burn that off. or I'm clean on the rest of my diet, or I drink some shakes, whatever it is, I either cut the calories down a little bit, which is fine, or I'm just more active, which frankly for me I find is the better way. I prefer to be more active. Go play basketball with your kids. Go for a walk with your kids. Go do something. That is the trick, guys. That is the way to do this. This is how you're going to be successful. You can derail yourself really easy by doing something stupid. So just plan ahead. That's all you have to do. If you have questions, comments, things you want me to talk about, type them up down below. I'd love to hear from you. I always love when I get comments, even if they're "you're a moron." I've had a few of those. And it doesn't really insult me because I don't really care. Honestly, this is social media. It's all good. Everybody's got an opinion, right? So comments, questions, things you want me to talk about, message them down below. I would love to hear from you, or direct message me. Obviously, like to hear ideas. If you got something you're interested in, fire away. Have yourself an amazing day. Don't do dumb things when you have your cheat meals, guys. Don't fight the awesome. Devin out.